And let me go here with it. And this is a little bit different. I don't know if anybody ever got your take on it. I want your take on this. Well, it's two things. It's two parts. For one, first part question is, what technology now is stopping from ever being somebody to get as large as a Rick Ross in this era? And two, how do you, and this can be kind of separate, do you view AI technology? Now, where we going and where we headed with it?
I think it's amazing. The technology is I mean, a kid came up to me one day and he said, man, do you use, I think it's ABT chat?
Yeah, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. I still know I have to call people when I want to do the chat thing, right?
Yeah.
And matter of fact, it was Primo. Mm-hmm. Primo was one of the first ones to put me up on it, and I'm talking to this company about doing a liquor, even though you know I don't drink, but you know they want me to do a liquor. So, so what would I name a liquor? And he said, "Man, let's say it has ChatGPT."
Like who the hell is that?
So he get on there and they give me some names. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
Whole name. So, I mean, I'm loving the technology, even though I can't really function in it, you know, because I'm not really computer literate.
The savvy with it, yeah.
And then my eyes ain't as good, so I can't see on the phone. You know, I got a lot of handicaps. So all y'all out there, let y'all know, I got handicaps, so if you see me moving, you see me moving with my handicaps, you better take your handicaps and move too.
You heard Rick.
So, yeah, but I'm loving the technology. I don't know if it would be the technology that would stop them, you know, because you really, when you're in the game, you committing a crime, you're supposed to be quiet.
Oh, yeah. See,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
I think the thing that would get, you know, because I just imagine, right, when in my heyday, right, if they would have had cameras. You know, I didn't take pictures back then. I was Mike Tyson, you know, you taking a picture of me, I would have probably smashed your camera.
Damn, yeah.
You know, what you doing with that picture? Who the police?
You would have thought there was police. Let me get this picture. Polaroid too, they would have been, no,
no, you ain't getting that picture. Right? Who you gonna show that picture to? So, I mean, I wasn't able, they couldn't identify me. It was one of my good things that the cops never could identify me. And it really frustrated them. You know, when I got all the paperwork and going through the case and everything, them not being able to identify me frustrated them.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Not knowing who you were.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of my underlings, they knew they driving the cars down the street. You know, there goes such an Essence car, you know. Me, you know, I had 30, 40 cars, you know. I'd be driving down the street and say, man, that look like my car. I just jumped out of it and parked it. I would just get out of the car and park it anywhere.
Oh, for real?
And then come back and get it 2 weeks later.
Oh, shit.
Keep me in the car.
Wow.
You know, that's how we used to live.
Yeah.
You know, because we didn't want to be known.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted to be secret. We didn't let people come into the house unless you was in the business. If you wasn't in the business, you didn't need to know about the business. So I could just imagine how much different it would be now with all the cameras and people being able to record you. And
YouTube be out here, Instagram.
And playing it on the internet.
Your homies would have been like, hey, say Rick, hey, get this one right here with me. Rick would have been on there.
You know, I would go to the club and you know, people would few people would recognize me, knew what I was doing, and they would come up and be talking. I could imagine if they took a picture without me knowing me.
This day era, they got you when you come in the club.
Yeah.
They got you in the park. No, somebody Tesla got you.
So I feel like that's one of the ways that they definitely can identify you now.
Yeah.
You know, you walk through the airport, you ain't got to have your ID. They look at your eyes and, okay, boom.
That's a fact.
So yeah, technology definitely is gonna hurt them that way.
Got you.
But I think anybody selling cocaine right now, they tripping.
I don't know how.
There's too many other things out here. You know that we.
That's a fact.
That we can get some money.
ChatGPT.
And now weed is legal.
Yeah. Speaking of that.
Except Georgia and Texas.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that. I was supposed to ask you this later on, but since you brought it up, speaking of that.
Take me down. Baby, look, we're flying like some millionaire. Just name a place, we can take it down. Shots got us moving like some maniacs. But I'm feeling like a millionaire. I'm feeling like a millionaire.
Already, be sure to hit the Patreon link. Join us on Patreon. One of the best ways to support a YouTuber is by subscribing to their Patreon. If we are ever banned off YouTube, we still have Patreon. Join us on Patreon.